the building blocks, Emunah, Bitachon by Avigdor Miller. So he quotes a very powerful story from the Hafetz Haim. He says there's a story, the Hafetz Haim, Alav Shalom, or Yisrael Meir Kagan. He says that there was a visitor who came to the Hafetz Haim's house, and he said, Rebbe, you're the Gedol Hador, the leader of the generation, and you live like this. Where's all your furniture? He saw a few crates, he saw a few bookshelves, he saw a very, very simple looking home, and he asked him, where's your furniture? The Hafetz Haim on the spot said, I don't understand, where's your furniture? I don't see you with furniture. So he said, mine? The visitor said, I'm just a passing visitor here. Why would I have furniture with me? I'm just passing by. Hafetz Haim right away said, I too am just a passing visitor in this world. I'm here on business. I'm here to do a job. After I finish my job, I go home to the next world and remain there forever. Why in the world would I have furniture with me everywhere I go? This is all transient. It's all temporary. So what happens? The Hafetz Haim, like everybody else, knew this is a temporary dwelling. We all believe in Olam Haba, Emunah Shleima. So then why did the Hafetz Haim act on it and we didn't? Why do we see Gdolim, of Steinman, of Chaim Kanievsky, all the Gdolim in Israel? You see how they live. They're simple people, very simple homes. What, they knew something we didn't know? We all know the same thing. We all know Olam Haba. So why did they live their lives differently? Why did the Hafetz Haim live that way and we didn't live that way? It's because you have to understand that he wrote the Mishnah Berurah, he wrote the Shmer de Lashon. Okay, fine, I understand. He has special knowledge about halakha. He knew a lot of sources that we don't know. But Emunah and Bitachon, that's from a simple mashal, simple idea of being a traveler in this world, that we knew. So why are we not on that level? So the answer is that you could know things and then you could know things. What does that mean? There's a concept of da'at. We're going to explain now what it means to have da'at. Da'at means to know something, not just to know it in the front of your mind. It's chokhmah, or wisdom. It's you have to internalize it. You have to make it part of yourself and make it second nature, and that's called da'at. That's your part of your subconscious already. You cannot see yourself living without acting on this knowledge. Therefore, the Hafetz Haim, he wasn't just knew he was a visitor. Most people know they're a visitor. The Hafetz Haim felt it. He lived it that he was a visitor. He didn't just know it. So therefore, a person obviously, when you ask him such a question, off the cuff, right away he's going to say, I'm a visitor. What do you mean? Why do I have to have such furniture? It's not just he came up with this answer. It's like a nice answer. That's the obvious. He's stating the obvious to himself. He already lived that. So therefore, a person has to know true knowledge is da'at. What is true knowledge? People could have a lot of knowledge. You could know coke is not healthy for you. You could know that you shouldn't go to sleep so late. But does that mean you really know it, that you're going to act upon it? True knowledge is when you say, what's the question? Of course I'm going to do this because this is the truth. That, when you get to that point, that's called having da'at. We know, the sages say, you can have a Talmid Chacham she'en bo da'at, nevela tova imena. Even a Talmid Chacham, a sage, who doesn't have da'at, a carcass is better than him. What does it mean, a carcass is better than him? He could have a lot of knowledge, could be in the forefront of his brain, he knows, quotes you a lot of sources, but he doesn't have da'at, he doesn't live by it, he doesn't have it in his bones, he doesn't have it in his kishkas, he doesn't live by it. That's not true knowledge, and therefore what? A carcass is better than him. Why? Because he knows and he still doesn't do. He knows all this and he still doesn't do. So therefore a person has to know that it's not just enough to know. You have to work on internalizing it. How the Gdolei Musar used to learn. Balei Musar used to learn in Europe, in Slobodka, in Kelm. You know how they used to learn Musar? They used to learn the Mesilas Yesharim. They will learn for 20 minutes, one line. Everybody has to know that there's a world to come. Everybody has to know there's a world to come. They would read over and over and over again until they internalize it. They said, okay, we got it. There's Olam Haba. Weiter. Keep going. No, it's not enough. I have to put it inside myself. I have to know mamash every time I walk in the street now when I do business, there is Olam Haba. So that's how they would learn Musar. They would internalize. They wouldn't move weiter until you go and you acquire it in your soul. So therefore, a person has to try to work on not just learning a lot. You have to try to sit with yourself and internalize, and get that. And he explains another beautiful mashal over here. He says that a person can learn about the Grand Canyon, right? You can learn, he says a mashal, that a person learns in school about it, how deep it is, the statistics, how it came to be, where it exists, where it's located. And then what? He'll still come to the Grand Canyon and he'll be shocked. He'll be blown away and see one of the wonders of the world. It'll be an unbelievable experience. Does that mean that he really knew the Grand Canyon before? No. Doesn't mean he knew it. He knew about it. Doesn't mean he knew it. So therefore, when you learn Torah, you have to be able to acquire it, and that way, when you get to that situation, it's nothing new for you. You already experienced it. You already acquired it. But if it's something new for you in that moment, that means you really acquired. So therefore, a person has to make sure to try to everything you learn. It's not just about, yeah, Rabbi, I learned this Gemara. There's a famous story with one of the Kotzker Rebbe. The guy came to, he said, Rabbi, I'm making siyum shas. I'm going to make a siyum shas. You want a mazal tov from the Rabbi. The Rabbi said, very nice. So you learned the whole shas, but what did the shas teach you? What did the Shas teach you? What did you gain from this? They used to say about Daf Yomi. Learn Daf Yomi, you have 7 years to finish the whole Gemara. And then my Rebbe, or Avokin Alav Shalom, used to say, yeah, you'll finish the Gemara, you'll finish Daf Yomi, you'll finish Shas before you know it. Before you know it, you'll finish the Shas. Before you know it. Person who says, I finished, what did you gain by saying I finished? It's all about what did you gain, what did you acquire, what became part of your bone.